Don't become a victim to our industry. So here's what I mean. Time management. It is incredible to me that this industry, the industry as a whole, has trained our sales reps to be unique to almost any other industry. And what I mean by that, I don't care if you're the Hilti guy, the Milwaukee guy, doing temp air or doing large generators, or if you're the person who's coming up with climate control. It doesn't matter what you put out. Every single one of us here knows in a few months, it's going to be summer. A few months after that, it's going to be winter. And guess what? Our industry as a whole has a tendency to call up and say, hey, I need a piece of equipment tomorrow. Hey, I know it's Monday, but I was wondering, could you get me a piece of equipment out tomorrow morning? I have a delivery coming. Really? Did you just book it? No, I booked that delivery 6 months ago. But now that it's here, I'm thinking about what part you're going to play in getting that material off the truck. So here's what we can learn from our industry. Traditionally, the majority of the industry, literally, it's the last thing anybody thinks of. As I said in an earlier video, we only make up 3% of the budget. So they're thinking of their big things. Where are we going to get our manpower? When are we going to get our materials? Where are we going to get all of our stuff? But for some reason, the rental industry, the equipment and the small tool industry, we are an afterthought. And with being an afterthought, that's okay, except for the fact the industry has trained us to be reactionary, not pro-action. Okay? So here's what I mean by that. Is you sit there and you see new sales reps. I've trained hundreds of them. They come in and they have the mentality, which we all should. If you're going to be successful in business, make sure you're busy. And a lot of you are sitting there right now and you're thinking, you're like, yeah, that he's right. I should be busy because if I'm not busy, my boss is going to assume I'm not working. So then what people do is they make up busy work. And one day I jumped in with a sales rep and I said, hey, what are we doing today? And he says, well, real simple, man. When this baby starts ringing, we'll know what we're doing today. I'm like, you're kidding me. You don't have a plan? He's like, well, no, we got to react to what the industry tells us to do. I've got to react. Maybe somebody needs a key. Maybe somebody needs to come out and have me look at their job site. Maybe somebody needs an invoice. And I thought to myself, maybe you need to prioritize what's your job title. Let me just clarify for everyone watching. If you're a sales rep, your job is just that. Yeah, I'm all about taking care of my customers. But if somebody doesn't have a key, that should not be what dictates what you're doing that day. Call up a mechanic, call up a driver, call up the branch, call up anyone to see if anyone else has a key that might be in the vicinity. Rather than, I'm dropping everything, man, and I'm driving all the way across town to bring you a key, and it's going to ruin 3 hours of my day. No. Call that customer up and you say, hey man, let me just call and see if I have a driver, a mechanic, somebody else that can take care of you. Otherwise, I might be able to find time this afternoon. If you race them over a key, you're further training the customer that they don't need to manage their keys. They don't need to manage their projects. And you say, but Elliot, you don't understand. They needed me to come look at that job site today. Really? Because they're starting it tomorrow morning and they got this job awarded to them in the last 2 hours? Basically, you become an afterthought and your immediate reactions have re-emphasized to the industry they don't need to plan. That's why your ops team is constantly in a frenzy. It's not your ops team's fault. The industry says, I'll order equipment when I need it, and I need it now. I need it tomorrow morning. I need it delivered ASAP. So their failure to plan has now dictated, trained, and controlled that we have a ton of sales reps that are plaguing the industry right now that don't plan. They become busy reactionary reps. So the crazy thing that ends up happening is these reps start off, they're all glistening eyed and new and shiny. And all of a sudden someone calls them and says, hey, can you come look at a job site? Oh, I'm busy. Hey, could you drop off an invoice? Oh, I'm busy. Hey, could you deliver a compressor? Oh, I'm busy. And pretty soon the sales reps stop being sales reps and they start doing nothing more than being crisis managers. Crisis managers. They are constantly in reactionary mode. And then you sit there and you say, hey, what are your numbers going to do next year? What's your projection? What are your big accounts? I ask reps all the time. I'm like, what are your target accounts? Target accounts? Yeah, like what's your projection? What account could you land that would change your future? So here's my piece of advice. If you're out there and you're a veteran rep or you're a new rep, if you asked your manager, your director, your VP, the president of your company, what's the single best thing I can do for this company? They're going to tell you, bring in more accounts, new accounts, and rent, sell, lease, whatever it is, more. None of them are going to say, make sure you're busy. So with that piece of advice, every morning you need to wake up and your MIT, most important task, MIT, should be, what can I do to sell more, rent more, or get more out the door? Because that's going to affect the bottom line. So I appreciate you all watching. I appreciate you letting me take 7 minutes of your time. I am blessed by the number of people that are watching my videos. It's tremendous to me. I love that I'm bringing value to the market. If there's any of you out there where you would like me to come in, heck, I'll even come in and I'll do it for nothing, because I truly believe in helping the market and making the best reps out there, the most successful reps, so that we change the industry to better serve the industry. Okay? Make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe or follow me, and then make sure you look in the notes right there. I've got my YouTube channel. I've also got my website. Do me a favor, reach out to me. I'd love to hear it. And leave comments below if you agree or disagree that you're a crisis manager rather than a professional sales rep leading their destiny. I appreciate all your time. Thanks for giving me a minute. Hope I added value to you. Have an awesome and amazing day.